What is up, Smashers? Hanging out at Delta. Listen, I gotta show you, we just did a crazy gnarly workout. It was a lot of fun, a lot of lunges, some GHDs, some rowing, some running. And this is what happens after a workout. This is just, I'm not even gonna show Coach that because he'll freak out, but it's gnarly. Anyway, we're gonna be talking about knee pain. So a lot of times I'm gonna have all this going on in the background so I can smell it, it's terrible. But if you got some knee pain going on and it's behind the knee, I'm gonna show you a couple of things. One, I'm gonna show you how to set that knee yourself so you don't have to worry about running out and getting that knee worked on and all that. We're gonna fix that terminal knee extension because what happens is the knee has, remember, it's a hinge, so it moves like a hinge except for the last 5 degrees of the knee mechanics. Last 5 degrees, you get what's called the screw home mechanism. So that knee locks into place, and as it locks into place, it gives you what's called terminal knee extension, so that knee locks out to support your body. But if you're missing that terminal knee extension, what happens is that popliteus sitting in the back of the knee gets really flared up because it can't lock and unlock the knee, so it stays permanently slightly engaged. The hamstrings stay really tight. They cross the knee on either side, right, and they attach on the tibia. You have the semimembranosus, semitendinosus, biceps femoris. All that stuff is going to drag that knee into flexion, but the byproduct of that is being in flexion. And by the way, sorry about being all sweaty, but it was a rough workout. Being in flexion at the knee is it puts you in extension in the lumbar spine, so it starts shearing those lumbar discs. You get all kinds of problems with that as well. And then the last thing is a muscle that comes right off the front of the hip, runs all the way down the medial side of the knee called the Sartorius, and a lot of you guys miss it, and a lot of people miss it because it's this thin little strip of muscle. And basically the easiest way to test that muscle is to sit Indian style, so cross your leg. And so that's the motion that the Sartorius does. Basically, adducts, internally rotates, slightly flexes, and rotates that the sole of the foot upwards. So it does all this stuff. So think about that when you're walking around, you're doing things. The mechanics of that are going to affect the knee. And what gave me the idea was yesterday, I was working on a really good friend of mine, this guy Jesse Burdick. If you don't follow him, by the way, he's a big human being, squats Buicks, really cool guy, super legit, really knowledgeable. Give him a follow. But what happens is I was working on him, he has some issues, and we hit that Sartorius, and it lit his knee up, and it made me start to realize that there's a lot of mechanical issues that are probably being unaddressed. So we're gonna fix all that really easy just by taking care of all that grindy tissue in the front. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna grind out that Sartorius, and there's kind of a trick to it. So you're gonna grab a foam roller. I'll take my patented camera holder. We're gonna drop this down. So remember what I said, grab a foam roller. It doesn't have to be a foam roller, it could be a piece of PVC pipe. Doesn't really matter what it is as long as you can roll around it. But Sartorius comes from the anterior portion of the hip, runs all the way kind of across here. So the way to roll it is you're gonna have to roll your body. So you're gonna start up high or low, doesn't matter. So you can start low, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna use your arms as a prop, you're gonna bring yourself all the way in and then roll the leg in and out. So that is the easiest way to hit that Sartorius. So I'm starting on the inside of the leg, and I'm gonna roll myself all the way back onto the anterior portion of the leg. And holy God, that is miserable. After doing all those lunges. Oh, so we're gonna do that for how long? 2 minutes. That's number one. I'm not gonna show you how to set that knee yet. There's more to it than this. Second one is hitting that hamstring. If you look, you can see there's people stretching hamstrings right there. So what you do is, see, I just caught the back of her and she's like, oh my God, I'm in the video. So what we're gonna do, no, you're totally fine. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna kick up along the rig. You can use a doorway, use anything you want. This is gonna lock out the knee. I want you to force the foot into dorsiflexion. So remember, dorsiflexion is bringing the top of the foot into the shin. And you're gonna make sure your butt, your knee, or the back of the knee and the heel are all up against the rig, and you're gonna flatten out your back. So the easiest way to do that, so this is gonna force hamstring extension and unlock that knee, or lock out that knee the most crucial way. And I'm gonna flatten myself out, so I'm isolating the hamstrings instead of a lot of you guys, when you have hamstring mobility, it's actually low back mobility because you start rounding out that low back. This flattens out the low back, locks out the glute, locks out the hamstring, locks out the knee, and you're gonna feel most of this in the calf and the knee, I promise you that. And just hang out like this. For how long? Make sure this leg is straight, by the way. This one's gonna kick out nice and straight, and just chill. 2 minutes. This is miserable right now, by the way. And then do the same thing on the other side. That's number 2. Number 3 is recovering that terminal knee extension. Now this one's important. Well, they're all kind of important. But what we do is we grab a pad, okay, ab mat, foam book, doesn't matter. You can use pretty much anything you want. Yeah, Jess, I know, I'm moving the camera around. So what we do is we band up. So we want to recover that terminal knee extension, and we want to recover the external rotation of the femur on the tibia so it kind of locks itself out, because we want to recover stability in that knee. So if you're having knee pain in the back or in the front or deep inside the knee, we want to recover that. So what we're going to do is we're going to rotate the tibia internally while contracting the quad. So basically we're going to twist the tibia in while flexing the leg. So that's going to turn the femur externally on the tibia, if you follow what I'm saying. If you don't, I'll show you the easiest way to do it. So you band up, so you're going to get a distraction on the knee. So you can see the band is attached on the bottom of the rig. This pad, ideally flip it upside down, really give yourself some good support. So now the pad is keeping the leg off, so you can see my knee is bent, it's flexed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flex the knee, flex the leg, so I do this. So I flex the leg. As I flex the leg, I rotate the tibia internally. So I grab the tibia, twist and flex, twist and flex. So you can see my heel is coming up off the ground, and I'm restoring the external rotation of that femur on the tibia. That's number 2. Number 3 is the cool one. We get to adjust the knee. And what I'm going to use, you can use anything. So I'm going to use knee sleeves. It's that easy. So you're going to take a knee sleeve, you're going to roll it up into essentially anything this big. So that looked terrible, by the way, don't even say it. So we're going to roll it into anything about like this, and you're going to tuck it in behind the knee. You can use a towel, anything, and I'm going to show you how to set the knee, and it's so friggin' easy. So you take this, tuck it in behind the knee, real tight, and there's 2 ways of doing it. You can tuck it in behind the knee, so you can see I have the towel here, the knee sleeve here, and you're just going to give it a little tug. And if that doesn't set, that clicked. So if that doesn't set it, tuck the towel in between, right in the crook of the knee, right at the joint, toe pointed backwards here, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to let gravity do the work. So I'm going to come down until I feel it go. I get a little more, little clunk. It's noisy in here so you can't hear it, but that's the way to set the knee. The easier way is this way. So tuck the towel in, give it a little click. That's going to set the knee. Now we've rotated the femur on the tibia, we've unglued the hamstring, we've peeled away that sartorius. I'm going to show you one more stretch for that sartorius. It's real easy. So in order to unload this, you're going to drop this leg out, kick this leg in. So it's almost like a hurdler stretch. This is going to hit all the way up to the hip. The further out you bring this, the more you stretch that sartorius. So really, really prop yourself up with the back, the arm on the back. Let that sartorius really, like, what you don't want to do is this. This isn't going to help you at all. You want to push yourself up nice and straight. Holy, that's awful. And you just hang out in this position for how long? 2 minutes, and then call it a day. When you're done, come out of the position. That's all you got to do. You want to clean up your knees, do all that, and call it a day. Hey, listen, I'm Trev, hanging out at Delta, SmashweRx. I'll check you guys out tomorrow. By the way, if you guys haven't checked out SmashweRx Pro on SmashweRx.com, give it a look. There's all kinds of stuff, exclusive things you're not going to see here on YouTube, series that are going to fix all kinds of problems from neck to shoulder to back, you name it, it's on there. Hey, listen, I'm Trev, SmashweRx. I'll check you guys out tomorrow.